What's going on, guys, and welcome to episode 11 of the 2K Robinhood Options Trading Challenge. In this series, we started a Robinhood account with 2K and we are trying to grow it to 3K as quickly as possible. And in this video, we are going to be covering all of the trades made during the week of October 17th and see how much we were able to profit this week. But before we get into all of the trades, make sure you hit the like button down below and subscribe for more videos like this one. Here we have SPY, or the S&P 500, and this is where we are making most of our trades. And right here is where we were at the start of the week. We can see that the market basically traded sideways all week. And then Friday, we have had this huge upward move of over 2%. But over the last couple of weeks, we have had a lot of good results due to the market being very choppy and trading sideways. We can see a lot of these downward spikes that kind of happened, and that's allowed us to get into trades at very low points, get into put credit spreads, and then we've kind of seen the market, basically chop back and forth and had a little bit of an upward trend. So because we've been mainly trading put credit spreads, that has helped us over the last couple of weeks. Obviously, previously when we were seeing the market just move down over and over and over again, that was hurting us because we were trading put credit spreads below the market and the market was just kept moving against us. So now we've gotten to a type of market environment that actually benefits us. So what I would love to see over the next upcoming week is actually a little bit more choppiness to the downside to allow us to get into some more put credit spreads. And then again, just trading sideways or even slightly up is going to help us a lot over the next few weeks. Let's go ahead and jump into our first trade. We can see here that the market was making over a 1% downward move, and that was last Friday. So we went out to this Friday, October 21st, and came all the way down here to the 341 and 340 strikes and put on a put credit spread. So you can see here, right, we're gonna sell that credit or sell that strike, buy that strike, and we were able to collect $8 on this one. I tried to put it in for $9. I was really hoping to collect a little bit more premium. The $8 I don't love collecting. I like collecting around $9 to $11. That's ideally where we'd be at. But here we tried to put it in for $9, didn't get the fill. I ended up replacing it for $8 and get the fill at $8. The next trade we have up here is continuing to run the wheel on SoFi. So last week we sold a put below SoFi or at $5 for SoFi, and we were actually forced to buy shares for $5. So 100 shares at $5 a piece, $500 in total. Here we just went and sold the call for that at $5 as well, and we were able to collect $14. The last trade that we made this week was on Wednesday. So the market again was moving down around 1%. We were able to go out till Friday. I'm trying to keep the trades a little bit further out in time. What I should have done is I should have put on trades for actually next Friday as well, when we had such a big downward move of over 1%. But we only put this one trade on for Friday and we got the fill at $8. Here we have the spreadsheet where we are tracking all of our trades. So again, we can look at last week and actually see kind of that last week looks exactly like this week. Last week we sold 2 put credit spreads. We were able to profit on both of them. And then we sold that put on SoFi Technologies, which we can see here, and we were able to collect $20 for that. And then this week we've done basically the same thing. We were forced to buy 100 shares of SoFi because this put, we got exercised on this put. And then here this week we sold the call on SoFi here at $5 as well, and we sold it and we're able to collect those $14. I don't know yet if we're actually going to be forced to sell our shares of SoFi because we're basically sitting at $5.14 right now after market close. And it's kind of one of those things where sometimes you won't get exercised when you're right at that point, where basically you collected the same amount as where the market's at right now. But we probably, I'm thinking that likely we're going to get them called away, and then we'll just turn around next week and sell a put below SoFi again at this $5 strike. Hopefully collect around, $14, $15 as well. We'll have to see if the market makes a downward move. I think we should be able to collect that much, but we'll have to see, what happens in the market next week, early next week. But then, yeah, you see those other 2 trades that we made this week. So we made those 2 put credit spread trades, the one at 340, 341, and then the one at 355, 356, and collected $8 on both of those. So what's very surprising about this challenge is that's the first time throughout this challenge that we have had 2 winning weeks in a row. So we had $36 last week in week 10, and then in week 11 we collected $30. So we're starting to get back on track. We still are really just making up from this 1 week that we had such devastating losses on. So we lost $300 there. If we took that week out, then obviously we'd be in a lot better position. We would be positive overall. But that's part of the challenge that's going on. So we are going to keep working to kind of correct for that. Hopefully keep at this pace, collecting $30 a week. As long as we're not taking on a whole lot of risk, which we aren't over the last couple weeks, we are on pace to eventually make back our money and hopefully get ourselves back into the green. Let's end off the video by taking a look at the Robinhood account. So we can see here that today we were up $15, almost 1%. The account is currently sitting at $1,623.84. Over the last week, we were up 2.25%, almost $36 on the account. At the high over the past week, we would have been over $70 in profit on the week, which would have been around 4.5% at $1,658.85. If we look at the last month, we can see here is the week that basically drug us all the way down. So this is when we lost that $300 that we were talking about earlier on just some bad spreads and the market just completely going against us. So overall, that's rough. What we'll see in a week, though, is that will fall off our month chart, and we'll see that over the last month, we've gone from basically $1,500 all the way up to $1,600. So that's obviously a huge move there. Overall, a positive thing. The biggest thing is we're getting kind of back on track on slowly growing the account back up to where we need it to be. So we put $2,000 into this account, and again, that 1 week has basically devastated the account. So if we can correct it, get back on track, we should be to profitability in no time. So one other thing to note is SoFi Technologies. This is what I was talking about earlier, where the stock has ended up at $5.15. So it says right now that I still own 100 shares. I'm kind of fully expecting these shares to actually get called away because we sold our call on these shares for $14 at the $5 strike. So it is $1 right now above that. One thing though that we could have done is if we come in here to the options chain, if we go a week out in time, so we are going to be taking a look at the October 28th strikes, and we will look at selling a call. What we probably should have done before the market closed is came in here and actually rolled our call out. So we collected, again, $14 on the first call. So we could have bought that one back and then sold this $25 and collected $25 in premium on this $5 strike. So that would have overall netted us $11 extra. But what we will just do next week is hopefully turn around and actually sell this put. Hopefully we see a little bit of a downward move from SoFi if it comes down to that $5 mark, and then we could basically sell our call, or sorry, our put there, and then maybe it bounces off that and that could expire worthless. So again, we're going to keep running the wheel on SoFi and see what we can do there to get the account back on track. So again, overall sitting here at $1,600, need to keep going with these positive weeks, keep trending in the upward direction. We still have a lot of capital to work with, $700 here that I've kind of been holding on the sidelines. So hopefully we can, again, put on a couple spreads, put on another SoFi wheel trade, and keep the account moving in the right direction. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you do, make sure you drop a like down below. And if you want to see more videos like this one, make sure you hit that sub button. And as always, guys, have a wonderful rest of your day.